What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well today. Today we took two trades. First trade was an L. I'll explain why, like always. And second trade was a W. So we ended up the day on 300 profit. So as you guys know from last video, I told you guys from last video, I told you guys that I will start 525Ks because the 150s, they are a little harder unless I put more time into it. But honestly, the 25Ks, like, I'm super confident when I trade them. So what I'm thinking is I'll pass them, meet the buffer, which is 1.5K. From there, I'll keep stacking up. For example, I'll give an example until 4K. So now my buffer is 4K and I can start risking 1K for a 1 to 2, which would be the same thing as if I had a 150K, right? So instead of taking profits out, I'll just leave them in the account and trade more. Now the only problem is I have 3 contracts, so depending on my stop loss, the max can be 750 to less or more, right? But anyway, that's just an example of what I'll be doing, right? Anyway, today we took 1L, so minus 350, and then we won the second trade, so plus 311 on the day, which is not bad. Now we need 4 more days, which by the end of the week is gonna get past 100%. I'm pretty confident. And we only need, that's why I love the 25Ks. It's like a 1-to-1, you know. So let's take for example, let's say tomorrow I win a 1 to 2, bang. So that's minus, let's just say 700. I'll only need another day of 250 for 500 and the accounts are passed. Very easy. Let me just mute that. So yeah, before I start, thank you guys for the support. I like that we're getting some decent views on the videos. It's always nice. And the likes, I really appreciate the likes. And we're 7 away from 100, so yeah. If you guys didn't check the last video, I made a backtesting video. If I was you guys and your strategy is not giving you a lot of profit, this is the strategy that made me all my profit, right? All my payouts and everything. So I would personally just watch it all and maybe you'll learn something. It's 20 minutes, you know? Anyway, at the start I'm a little bit rumbling, explaining, but then I go with the flow. Anyway, trading view. Today we are Monday, December 8th. We had news at 10. No, we don't have news at 10. 8. We have no news today. Perfect. So, coming into market, what can I see already? Well, we have these draws right there. We have this right there. We have these lows right there. Here, right? Perfect. So now, we're waiting for market open. Let's see what gets swept. What happens, right? Simple as that. I think we had, yeah, this one. Okay, so market open, we go through this buy side right there, perfect. We go and take out this buy side and then start a reversal, so I can remove this. Now I'll show you guys the good trade and I'll show you guys the trade that I took an L. So I'll show you guys the optimal trade first. So I'm still waiting. Right now we're still looking for shorts. Why? Well, we swapped this, closed lower. We are in a reversal. So yeah, until we take out another low, then we'll see. Perfect. So right there, what can I see? Well, we created a fair value gap right there, but can I take it? No, because we don't know yet. Are we gonna actually display slower, or we're just gonna manipulate and then go higher, right? So let's wait, see what's gonna happen. All right, so right now we're pretty much holding this, so it's probably gonna get respected. What time is it? 9:58. Let's wait for news and see what's gonna happen. 10. Right there, 10:02. Let me just go back by one. So 10, we had news. 10:02, we came back into this gap, right? What can we see? We filled it a little bit more, but we closed below. So this gap is pretty much perfect, right? So let's remove this now. Now we have, as we've seen on the higher time frame, we have these draws that we can take out. We have these lows that we can take out, right? So yeah, everything makes sense. Technically, price should just do here, then bang, bang, take out these lows, right? So 10:02 we enter, we close right there, so the entry would be right there. Stop loss TP 1 to 2. Now we can be careful. If we sweep this and respect this, then we should close, right? Okay, so I was saying I'm looking for a 1 to 2. Now price should come and take out these lows, right? But we still mark this sell side just in case something happens. Perfect. Let's check. How much contract was that? 5 minis, not minis, micros. Yeah, I think it was 5, pretty sure. Should be 300. It wasn't 5. I think it was 8 actually. Actually 7. Perfect, it was 7. Confirm. So let's see what happens. Now this trade took, I'll just fast forward, let you guys see. Right there at 10:15, we actually swept the sell side and closed above. So from there, honestly, there's two things you guys can do. Me personally, what I will do is just go break even straight up and let the trade play out. But in a way, it's kind of dumb for this small amount of points risk the whole trade, right? So maybe I could have closed it. Now I am on Evals, so it really doesn't matter, and I am on 25k, so it's pretty easy. But for example, if I was on my pro, and since I have the trailing drawdown, I would have probably closed right there. So 10:15, the candle closed right there, I'll just close right there, just in case. Because if we get a pullback and then I lose, the trailing drawdown will just eat me up, right? But anyway, let's just fast forward, I'll show you guys. But yeah, a little bit more time, 10:23, we got full TP, honestly. So pretty clean trade. I mean, honestly, pretty clean. Now I'll show you guys the L that I took and why did I take it. Right there, market open, 9:42, 9:43. I was like, all right, I don't know why, but we're respecting this low. But honestly, respecting this low or not, we have already our draws and sell side that we are targeting, right? So this just market open low shouldn't affect my decision. But anyway, it did. I ended up taking 9:45 right there. I was like, all right, we're respecting this gap, kind of. Slapped my entry right there. And I mean, it did make sense, but I shouldn't have marked this low right there. So that was my first L, and then I showed you guys the second trade right there that ended up hitting my TP. All right. So yeah, that was the trade for today. Hope you guys learned something from that. And yeah, like I told you guys, This week we'll pass the accounts, I'm pretty confident. By next week we'll get the buffer met and start requesting payouts. Actually, depends, because I have to build a buffer. I'm thinking I'm gonna build a buffer to 3000. So we know that 1.5 is what we need, right? But I'll build it up to 3000 so I can risk 750 each trade, and 4 L's in a row, which is highly unlikely to happen. I'm out. So yeah, and this works because my max contract is 3 or 30, right? So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.